Lily had always been the kind of girl who found solace in the quiet corners of her imagination, her thoughts weaving intricate tapestries of dreams and fears. With her head often buried in books or lost in the melodies of her favorite songs, she preferred the company of words to the chatter of her peers. As she sat on her bed, surrounded by sketches and unfinished stories, the world outside faded into a distant hum. It was a sanctuary where she could escape the expectations that loomed over her, where she could be just herself, unfiltered, unguarded, and free. Before we dive deeper into Lily's world and the revelations that await, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Your support is vital to us and helps share these powerful stories of connection and discovery with a wider audience. So please subscribe now. On a sunny afternoon, Sarah, Lily's mother, found herself reluctantly sifting through the remnants of her daughter's room. The air was thick with the scent of lavender and the faint trace of old paper. Sarah had always thought of herself as a diligent parent, someone who understood her child's whims and passions. Yet, as she navigated the clutter of stuffed animals, art supplies, and the occasional forgotten snack, she felt a nagging sense of disconnection. Where had the time gone? When had Lily's world grown so vast? And why did it feel so alien to her? As she reached for a stack of old books perched precariously on the edge of a shelf, something caught her eye. A leather-bound journal slipped from its hiding place, tumbling to the floor with a soft thud. Intrigued, Sarah picked it up, her fingers tracing the embossed title on the cover. "What secrets do you hold?" she murmured softly to herself, a mix of curiosity and apprehension swirling within her. Opening the journal, she was immediately captivated by the elegant handwriting that sprawled across the pages. The words seemed to leap off the paper, painting vivid images of emotions unspoken, dreams unfulfilled, and heartaches that echoed through the lines. Each poem she read felt like a window into Lily's soul, revealing layers of her identity that Sarah had never fully grasped. It was as if the journal had been a vessel for Lily's innermost thoughts, a place where she could express her fears and desires without the weight of judgment. As Sarah immersed herself in the poetry, she began to recognize a familiar rhythm in the words. The heartache of longing, the isolation of feeling different. These were sentiments that resonated deeply within her own past. Memories of her youth flooded back, a time when she had her own dreams of escape, of chasing horizons that seemed just out of reach. But life, with its practicalities and expectations, had pulled her away from those aspirations. Now, reading her daughter's poignant verses, Sarah felt a stirring of emotions she thought she had buried long ago. The sun began to set outside, casting a warm, golden glow throughout the room. Sarah lost track of time as she continued to read, each poem revealing more of Lily's struggles, her yearning for connection, her battles with self-doubt, and her desire to break free from the confines of their small town. A sense of urgency built within her. She needed to talk to Lily, to understand her better, to bridge the chasm that had unknowingly formed between them. With the journal clutched tightly in her hands, Sarah made her way to Lily's favorite spot in the house, a cozy nook by the window that overlooked their small garden. It was there that she found her daughter, lost in thought, a pencil tapping rhythmically against her sketchpad. The sight stirred a mixture of pride and sadness within Sarah. This was the girl she loved, but who was also a stranger in many ways. "Lily," she began tentatively, her voice breaking the comfortable silence that enveloped them. The girl looked up, her wide eyes reflecting surprise and curiosity. "Can we talk?" Lily nodded slowly, sensing the weight behind her mother's request. She set her sketchpad aside, her heart racing with anticipation and uncertainty. The journal lay between them, a silent witness to the unfolding conversation that would change everything. "While I was cleaning your room, I found something," Sarah said, her gaze shifting to the journal. "I read it, and I had no idea you felt this way." Her voice trembled slightly, an emotional crack forming as she continued. "Your words, they're beautiful, but they also reveal so much pain." Lily's expression shifted, a mixture of vulnerability and defensiveness flashing across her face. Mom, Please let me finish, Sarah interjected gently, her heart racing as she sought the right words. I know I haven't always been the best at understanding you, at seeing the real you, but your poems, they remind me of my own dreams, the ones I set aside. I want to understand, really understand, what you're going through. As the air thickened with unspoken emotions, Lily studied her mother's face, searching for sincerity. The walls she had built around her heart began to waver. It was rare for her mother to express such openness, and for the first time, she felt a flicker of hope that they could finally connect on a deeper level. Mom, I didn't want to worry you. I thought if I kept it hidden, it wouldn't hurt you, Lily confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. But writing is the only way I know how to express what I feel. Sometimes, it's like the world outside is too loud, and all I have are these words to make sense of it. Sarah leaned closer, her heart aching with empathy. You're not alone in this, Lily. I've had my own struggles, my own dreams that faded away. But I want to be here for you, to help you chase those dreams instead of letting them slip away. In that moment, the air shifted, filled with the promise of a new understanding. The barriers that had kept them apart began to dissolve, replaced by a shared vulnerability. As they sat together, mother and daughter, the weight of generations lifted, making room for healing and connection. The sun dipped lower, casting long shadows across the room, mirroring the shadows that had lingered in their hearts for far too long. It was a new beginning, one filled with the hope that together, they could navigate the uncharted waters of their dreams, supporting each other in ways they had never dared before. Lily felt a rush of emotion as her mother spoke, the tight knot in her chest beginning to loosen. You really mean that? She asked, her voice trembling, barely able to contain the hope that sparked within her. You want to help me? Sarah nodded earnestly, wiping a few stray tears from her cheeks. Ido, Lily, I want us to be able to share our dreams, our fears, and everything in between. I see now that I've been so wrapped up in my own worries that I didn't take the time to really listen to you. At that moment, the silence between them was no longer uncomfortable. It was filled with the promise of a new chapter. The room, once a sanctuary for Lily's solitary thoughts, transformed into a shared space where both mother and daughter could explore their aspirations without the weight of expectations. Lily took a deep breath, feeling a sense of liberation wash over her. I've always wanted to be a writer, Mom, but I was scared that you wouldn't understand. I thought you wanted me to pursue something more practical. I did want that, but only because I thought it was what would keep you safe, Sarah admitted, her voice steadying as she found her own footing in this vulnerable exchange. But I realize now that safety can sometimes mean stifling dreams. I want you to chase what makes your heart sing. The warmth of her mother's words enveloped Lily, and she felt an overwhelming urge to share everything. The stories that danced in her mind, the characters that begged for life beyond the pages. There's so much I want to write about, she confessed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. I want to explore the world, to write about love and loss, to capture the beauty and pain that we all feel. Then let's do this together, Sarah urged, her passion igniting. What if we set aside some time each week for you to write? I can help you with editing, or we can find a workshop where you can share your work. We could even start a little book club, just the two of us, where we read and discuss poetry and stories. Lily's heart swelled with gratitude and excitement. That sounds amazing. I'd love that. The idea of sharing her words with her mother, of having a partner in her creative journey, filled her with newfound courage. I never thought you would want to be involved in my writing. I realize now that it's not just about your writing, but about us connecting in a way we never have before, Sarah replied, her voice imbued with warmth. I want to know the real you, the one who pours herself out onto these pages. I want to see what lights you up and what breaks your heart. Your words are a part of you, and I want to embrace all of it. Lily felt a rush of emotion wash over her, a blend of relief and joy. You know, I've written about you in my poems too, she said shyly, her cheeks flushing. I always admired how hard you worked for our family. I just didn't think you'd ever want to read my stuff. Why wouldn't I? Your voice is important to me, and I want to hear it, Sarah replied, her smile widening. You have so much to say, and I'm here to listen. With newfound enthusiasm, the two of them spent hours sharing ideas, flipping through the journal, and discussing the poems that had sparked the most profound emotions. They shared laughter and tears, the boundaries between mother and daughter blurring as they delved into the depths of their souls. Each revelation brought them closer, a thread weaving their hearts together in a tapestry of mutual understanding. As the evening wore on, Sarah felt a sense of urgency to solidify their pact. Let's make it official, she proposed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Let's create a vision board together, filled with our dreams, our goals, and the things we want to explore. It can be a reminder for both of us to keep pushing each other to follow our passions. Lily's face lit up at the suggestion. I love that idea. We can gather pictures from magazines, quotes that inspire us, and even some of my poetry to pin up there. The thought of a shared project energized her, infusing the air with a sense of purpose. They quickly gathered supplies, colorful markers, magazines, scissors, and glue, and spread them out on the floor. As they cut and pasted, they exchanged ideas, laughing and reminiscing about moments that had shaped them both. The vision board soon transformed into a vibrant mosaic of their dreams, a testament to their commitment to each other. At that moment, Lily felt something shift deep within her. The word she had once kept locked away now felt like a bridge connecting her to her mother. The fear of being misunderstood faded, replaced by an overwhelming sense of freedom. She was no longer alone in her journey. She had a partner in crime, a fellow dreamer. Mom, thank you for being here, for wanting to understand me, Lily said softly, her heart swelling with gratitude. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I should be the one thanking you, Lily, Sarah replied, her voice thick with emotion. You've opened my eyes to so much, and I see now that our stories are intertwined. I'm here to support you, but I also hope you'll help me find my own voice again. The night grew darker, but the light in their hearts shone brighter than ever. They talked late into the evening, sharing stories of their past, their dreams for the future, and the unspoken fears that had held them back for so long. The air buzzed with excitement, the weight of silence lifting as they embraced the beauty of vulnerability. As they finally settled down, the vision board adorned with their hopes hanging proudly on the wall, Sarah looked at Lily with a newfound determination. Let's promise each other that we won't let our dreams fade away into forgotten words on a page. We'll make space for them in our lives. Agreed, Lily said, her heart racing with anticipation. We'll be each other's biggest cheerleaders. In that moment, they forged a bond that transcended the boundaries of mother and daughter, becoming allies in their quest for fulfillment. The words that had once lingered unspoken now danced freely between them, igniting a shared passion for life that would propel them forward. If this story is touching your heart, make sure to comment from where you are hearing this amazing story. As they drifted off to sleep, each lost in their own dreams, a sense of hope blossomed in the quiet corners of their hearts. They had taken the first steps toward a brighter future, one where their words would be not only a refuge, but a source of strength. Together, they would embrace the journey ahead, unafraid to explore the depths of their souls and the beauty of their dreams. As they drifted off to sleep, each lost in their own dreams, a sense of hope blossomed in the quiet corners of their hearts. They had taken the first steps toward a brighter future, one where their words would be not only a refuge but a source of strength. Together, they would embrace the journey ahead, unafraid to explore the depths of their souls and the beauty of their dreams. The next morning brought with it a renewed energy. The sun streamed through the window, casting playful patterns on the floor, and Sarah woke with a sense of purpose she hadn't felt in years. She glanced at the vision board, its vibrant colors and images a promise of what lay ahead. With a smile, she made her way to the kitchen, where she prepared breakfast, her mind buzzing with ideas of how to support Lily in her writing. Lily, awakened by the aroma of pancakes and fresh coffee, shuffled into the kitchen, her hair tousled and eyes still heavy with sleep. Good morning, sleepyhead, Sarah greeted, her heart swelling at the sight of her daughter. "How about we discuss your poetry over breakfast?" "Sounds perfect," Lily replied, her voice still soft but laced with excitement. She settled at the table, her fingers subconsciously tracing the edge of the journal that had started it all. As they sat together, sharing stories and laughter, the atmosphere was charged with a sense of possibility. "Have you thought about what you want to write next?" Sarah asked, pouring syrup over a stack of pancakes. Lily's eyes lit up. "Actually, I want to write a series of poems about the seasons, how they reflect our emotions and the changes we go through. Each season could represent a different phase in life." "I love that idea," Sarah exclaimed, her enthusiasm infectious. "You could write about the blossoming of spring as hope and new beginnings, and the introspection of winter as a time for reflection. It's all so connected." Encouraged by her mother's excitement, Lily dove deeper into her concept. "And I can incorporate colors and imagery that evoke feelings. Like summer could be bright and vibrant, while autumn could carry a sense of nostalgia." Sarah nodded, fully captivated. "You have such a beautiful way of seeing the world, Lily. Let's set a weekly writing date, just like we talked about. We can brainstorm together and even share our favorite works that inspire us." The two of them spent the morning discussing ideas, sharing favorite poems, and even jotting down lines that flowed from Lily's newfound inspiration. The kitchen became a sanctuary of creativity, filled with the scent of breakfast and the vibrant energy of their dreams unfolding. As the days turned into weeks, their routine solidified. Every Saturday morning, they would gather at the table, surrounded by notebooks, pens, and the vision board that served as their guiding light. They shared drafts of Lily's poems, offering feedback and encouragement, and Sarah found her own voice emerging through the process, scribbling her reflections and aspirations alongside her daughter's words. One Saturday, as they sat together, Sarah handed Lily a book of famous poets. "I thought you might find inspiration here," she said, watching her daughter's eyes widen with excitement. Lily flipped through the pages, her heart racing as she read lines that resonated deeply within her. "Mom, these words are incredible. I see how they capture feelings I've tried to express. It's like they understand me." "Exactly. Poetry has a way of connecting us all, across time and space," Sarah replied, her own passion ignited. "And you have that gift, Lily. Your words can touch others in ways you can't even imagine." With each passing week, the bond between them grew stronger. They began to share not only their writing, but also their vulnerabilities. The fears that had once kept them apart now became the foundation of their relationship. Conversations flowed easily, revealing dreams and aspirations layered with the honesty of their shared experiences. One evening, as they prepared to showcase Lily's poetry at a local open mic night, Sarah felt a mix of excitement and anxiety for her daughter. "You're going to be amazing, Lily. Just remember, it's about sharing your truth, and that's all that matters." Lily's hands trembled slightly as she clutched her notebook. "What if they don't like it? What if I mess up? Then you'll know that you took a leap of faith, and that's what makes you brave," Sarah replied, placing a reassuring hand on her daughter's shoulder. "You're not alone. I'll be right there with you, cheering you on." The night of the open mic arrived, and the small cafe was buzzing with energy. Lily stood backstage, her heart pounding in her chest. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the sounds of laughter and the clinking of glasses. As she watched other performers share their stories, she felt a blend of fear and anticipation. When her name was called, Lily stepped into the spotlight, her mother's encouraging smile anchoring her. She took a deep breath, the words she had crafted circling in her mind like a gentle breeze. As she began to read, the initial tremors in her voice melted away, replaced by a strong, steady rhythm. With every line, she poured her heart into the performance, painting vivid images of her experiences through the seasons. The audience was captivated, drawn into the world she painted with her words. As she finished, a wave of applause washed over her, a chorus of appreciation that felt like a warm embrace. Lily's eyes sparkled as she returned to Sarah, who beamed with pride. "You did it! You were incredible! I can't believe I actually went through with it." Lily exclaimed, her heart soaring. It felt so good to share my words. As they left the cafe, Sarah wrapped an arm around her daughter, feeling the warmth of their connection solidified by this shared experience. This is just the beginning, Lily. You have so much to offer the world, and I'm excited to see where your journey takes you. In the months that followed, they continued to explore their dreams together. Sarah began writing more, rediscovering her own passion for storytelling, while Lily's poetry blossomed. They attended workshops, connected with other writers, and even started a small writing group in their community, fostering a space for creativity and expression. Through it all, they maintained their pact, a promise to never let their hopes slip away again. They learned to celebrate each other's successes and comfort one another during setbacks, their bond deepening with every shared word. The poetry that once served as a hidden escape became a bridge connecting them, a testament to their resilience and the power of understanding. As the seasons changed around them, they found themselves standing on the cusp of new beginnings. The words that once echoed in silence now filled their lives with purpose and clarity. Together, they had forged a path of authenticity, learning that dreams, when nurtured with love and support, could flourish beyond the confines of paper and ink. And so, with hearts wide open and the promise of adventure ahead, Lily and Sarah stepped forward into a world where their voices could resonate, where their dreams could take flight, forever intertwined in the beautiful tapestry of their lives.